Welcome to Ellis Mowers and more. We've got this John Deere Z950A in. This thing's got about 1,700 hours. This thing right here has been putting in the work. Local children's home uses this as their primary mower. And what we have an issue with is that both transmissions are leaking really bad at this point. And we've got some collapsed seals is what I believe. I've cleaned off the transmission and I've identified where the leak is coming from. I haven't seen any good videos as to how to change these seals out, nor can I seem to find the seals. Hydro Gear and Tough Torque make it nearly impossible for you to service these things. Or find service parts for these things. It looks like it's just a couple of standard O-rings. I've got 8 O-rings to change out. I've got the whole assembly to pull out as well. So I'm hoping that it just slides out. I can change these O-rings and put it together. Like I said, I haven't seen any videos on this really much. Figured I'd make a video on this if anybody else is having this issue. I do know that these have a problem with, there's like a rubber plug or something on the top of the transmission that sometimes it leaks out of. But I can see this one actively leaking out of the area that I mentioned. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and get the wheels off, jack this up, get it high so that I can work on it, and we'll see what it's going to take to get these hoses and stuff off, and I'll show you where it's leaking from as well. So let's go ahead and get started, and hopefully we can get this done. Alright guys, so if you hear some stuff going on in the background, it's just this tree work next door. He's getting these huge pin oaks taken out, or at least trimmed down significantly. But given all that, let's go in under here. I've jacked it up, got it jacked on the hubs here on the axles so it stays up. And I'm going to show you under here. Now I'll say I did just clean all of this off. Like I washed it really good here not too long ago, and you can see it's already just completely coated again, and it's on both sides, so it's really unfortunate. But where it's actively dripping at is the front here. So there's a couple of lines that are underneath all of this junk right here that go right about where that light is. You can kind of see it right, let's see, right about here somewhere, right there. So it's leaking out of them lines, and y'all know with the way that the leaks and stuff go, they go all the way down. It goes all around the transmission and stuff. So I've got to clean all of this up. Part of me, I don't know if it wants to pressure wash it before I do this, or just hit it with some really good brake cleaner and a brush. I don't know which one's going to be better. But what I've got to do is I've got to take these lines off. They're kind of set with this front mount here a little bit. And then I've got to pull off there's like, I think from what I understand, there's like cylinders inside this thing that I've got to pull off in order to get this off. So that's what I've got to do next. I'll show you the wrench size and everything. So it looks like I've got to, like I said, I've got to pull those nuts off right there. And I'm a little scared because I don't want to break anything off. So I'm going to be careful. It looks like they're pretty big. Probably 7/8. They're at least 3/4. But I'll let you know, you can see it actively dripping. And it's doing it on both sides, so I really need to take care of it. So let me work with this, because I'm working with y'all here, and we'll see what I've got to do to get these hoses off, these lines off, so that I can get the seals inside off as well. Alright, so I want to show you what I believe I've got to do here. I've done a little bit of brake cleaner and stuff to get it off, but let's see if I can get this light right, I'll show you. So what I've got up here are the lines. Now the lines themselves right here are not leaking, the big nut. The small one has like a little cylinder inside it that you've got to pull out, so, or unscrew. So what I've got to do is I've got to take these lines off. Already you can see it actively dripping again already, even after I've cleaned it, coming out of those lines right there. So I got to take these big nut lines off. They're like a 15/16 or 1 inch. I have to use an adjustable because I don't have that wrench size here. And then the inside line we've got to take off after that. Should be able to pull out those. They look like little cylinders, and the little cylinders should have O-rings on them, and I hopefully should just have to replace those O-rings. So let me go ahead and do that, and I'll let you know what I find. Alright guys, so I got one side off here. You can see it's drained most of the hydro fluid out, probably a good 1.5 quarts, maybe close to 2 quarts when it's all said and done. But what we've got here is this cylinder type thing that comes out, if I can get it focused. So I think what has happened is these O-rings right here, these 2 O-rings have collapsed and they're allowing fluid through. So I'm going to see if I have some just standard O-rings here that'll work, because like I said, these things right here are incredibly hard to find online. It's like they don't want you to fix these transmissions, and I see it for all these hydros. It's like they don't have any part support. So I'm going to see if I can find an O-ring that'll work. We're going to try and slide it in there, maybe throw a little bit of fluid in to see if it will do anything when it comes to sealing these things back up. I don't think it's from this O-ring. Like I said, I think it's just from these 2 right here. But I could also see about replacing that one up top as well, if I can successfully find 2 that'll work for this. So let's see. Alright guys, so I've replaced these 3 O-rings, and their numbers for my universal kit here: 110, which is, come on focus, 3/8 inside diameter, 9/16 outside diameter, and 3/32 section. And then a 114, a 5/8 inside, 13/16 outside, and 3/32 section. We're gonna try these. They fit right on, so, and they look almost exactly like it. So I'm gonna screw this back in to our mower here, and I'm gonna go ahead and do the others while I'm at it, because it's not that big of a job, and we'll see. These on the outside, they don't look like a O-ring, so, and they're not leaking, so I might just leave them alone. But we'll see. We'll see what we end up having to do here. Alright guys, we're getting there. These are the jobs I like to take my time on, because it's been a minute and I don't want to mess anything up. Well, I haven't never really done this before, but I got all the cylinders back in. I did all 4 of them, just like I mentioned in the previous clip. Screwed them back in, make sure they're cleaned up. I don't see, of course there's no fluid in the reservoir right now, but I don't see any sort of leaking at the moment. I don't think. I need to clean that off right there. So I'm going to put the lines back on. Just make sure everything's nice and clean with the line connections and stuff like that before you put them back on, so that you hopefully don't have issues with leaks and things along those lines. So those lines just come right off. It's not that big of a deal. We'll put, I don't know, it's about a gallon worth of fluid in it, and I may only put it like a couple quarts and just let it sit overnight. Clean it up really good, just let it sit, and see if it leaks after that at these connection points. And if it doesn't, I'll wash it. I'll wash everything down here, let it sit over the weekend, and hopefully send this thing back to the customer on Monday so they can get on going with the grass cutting. Alright y'all, so all the lines are back on. So that's the line orientation. The curvy side of each line goes on the inside, if that makes any sense. The side with the bump, you see that? They go on the inside, and the one with just the angle goes on the outside. So what I did is I cleaned all the areas off with brake cleaner. I have put, where are we here? There we go. I've put about 2 quarts in, and I'm gonna let it sit overnight. I wanna see if it leaks anywhere. Obviously my floor's a mess, but I can be able to watch it, because originally it was dripping right there in the middle where the line went into the transmission at those O-rings, and so far we're all right. I just gotta monitor the lines, like the big nut lines, the actual lines themselves. So I gotta monitor that. I need to let it sit overnight. It should have enough fluid in here, because that's the bottom of the transmission, in order for it to leak if it's going to, because I did fill it about halfway. And we'll see, guys. I hope that just some standard O-rings worked when it comes to this, and we'll get the customer back going again. The customer here is a local orphanage, children's home, and this, like I said, this is their primary mower, so I want to make it so that they can get some more hours out of it. Like I said, it's got, if I turn it, I won't turn it on, but it's got over 1,700 hours, and all things considered, this is the first major thing we've had to do to it. I've done valve adjustment on it. I may have had to put a deck belt or a pulley on it, but man, this thing right here just keeps on kicking. And if we can get those leaks stopped in the lines, then who knows how much longer this thing will last for them. Alright guys, so it was one of the easier fluid changes I've ever done. You got the 4 quarts in there, I think it's like 4.5, maybe just over that, but that's alright. I got a lot of air pockets, I'm sure, to get out of it, but should be pretty easy. I'm just going to run it at low speed. The seat safety jump, so I don't have to worry about getting on it to run it. Minutes, and then I'll go forward and backward very slowly with it, and that should purge all the air out of the system. Alright, so let me show you. You do that so that it's not purging out while it's got the weight of the mower on it. So I'm going to run it for a few minutes like this, go back and forth, we'll get it off the jack stands, and I'll wash the transmissions, let it sit overnight, and hopefully we have a leak-free hydraulic system again. Alright y'all, so after a couple of hours, it did not spring any sort of leak. I let it run, did the bleed process like y'all saw, and washed it really, really well here. As good as I could to get all of the stuff off of the transmission here. And if I don't feel any hydro leaks, which is good. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to see a puddle. That may be just a little residual from washing it, but it's not leaking at all by any means. This side, That's just water. I think that's just water as well. I'm smelling it just to make sure. So I'm going to dry those areas right there, let it sit overnight, and then in the morning I'll come out here and see if we have any leaks or anything, and if not, then we are going to be done. Already on the next morning here, and this is all obviously residue from where I washed it last night, but if you look, bone dry, so that's great. Right up here, no leaks, and the same on the other side. So I've already called the customer. I'm going to take this thing back, I'm going to put the wheels back on, get down a little bit further away from the tree work being done here, and we'll wrap this video up. Alright guys, I'll show you everything drives like it's supposed to as well here. So everything's good on it. One thing I might be thinking of is, why in the world didn't I change the filters? Well, sometimes you think about things after the fact, and I think we did these, I feel like we did these like a couple years ago, so they only maybe have like 400 hours or so on them, which I think is, once this thing reaches about 2,000, 2,100, we'll probably go ahead and do the transmission full service. That transmission oil looked clean as a whistle though. There was no remnants or anything of debris, and so most of the reason was I just forgot. But either way, got the lines fixed, nice and dry now, set overnight, not a drop coming out of them. Got the bill printed up, about to load it on the trailer and send it back to the customer so they can get back to cutting some grass. I appreciate y'all watching. Hopefully y'all found this helpful. I didn't really see a video on these, so I just wanted to go ahead and get it knocked out so that it's out there on the YouTubes for you. So thanks again. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.